Welcome back to part 2 of our Livery Designer tutorial series. Today, we're diving into the text tool, learning how to add, align, and style text to bring your liveries to life. In Train Sim World, there are 3 ways to add text to a livery. First, you can use the built-in text tool, which gives you 5 basic fonts, simple to use, but very limited. Second, you can place each letter manually from the letter library. This gives you much more variety and works great for custom titles or stylized names. And the third, and most complex, is building letters from basic shapes. This is the method we'll use today because none of the in-game fonts match the actual Conrail logo. So, we'll recreate the lettering from scratch using shapes. But first of all, let's understand how the other 2 options work in the game. First one is the simplest of them all, introduced for the first time in TSW 4. This tool has been a highly requested feature by every creator. Basically, what you have to do is to open the layer panel and scroll down till you see custom text, then click on it, and there you have the possibility to choose out from 5 different font styles. Add the text and hit confirm. If you want to change the font or add an extra letter to your text, you can do that by editing the text layer itself. It will be seen as a single shape when you want to manipulate it, but still read as a cluster in terms of the layers. Second method is basically the same thing, but you have to add each letter or number individually, adding each shape's request patience. You have to match up the sizes and level from the eye, but on the other hand, it can help you do creating custom texts. Perfect in any case is hard to use, but very flexible. Until TSW 4 was a thing, this is how we did the simple font texts. You can choose from a variety of numbers, letters, symbols, each one of them coming with its own format. As a strong example I can give is on every European locomotive, because every unit has the UIC vehicle number, the running numbers, and the other identification numbers. Using the second method and being patient is very easy to create such complex codes once you get used to it. That being said, let's concentrate on building letters with shapes. Focused on recreating the Conrail lettering using method 3, basic shapes only. This keeps it modular and accurate to the real logo. Let's begin with the letter C. It's one of the easier ones. First, choose a simple circle and choose the size and place in order to start the logo. It's important to do so because all the other letters will follow its size and level. After you're done, duplicate it. Resize the second one to be smaller and place it over the first to hollow it out. Then, just cover the open side with a square to create the open gap for the C. Next is the letter O. Same technique as the C, but no need to block any part. Simply just copy the previous letter and eliminate the blue square. Then comes N. This is where it gets trickier. Use 2 rectangles for the vertical bars and 1 stretched diagonal for the middle part. Use everything you learned from part 1 of this tutorial series. Rotate the rectangle to angle it perfectly between the 2 vertical bars. Or do it like me if you're familiar with proportions and feel confident. Start with a vertical rectangle for the R. Then add a square on the upper side attached to the rectangle. Then add a half circle on the top right of the square. Copy the same vertical rectangle and twist it in order to get the leg of the R. And for the last step, copy the exact 2 shapes, the square and the half circle. Make them smaller and change the color to blue, creating the inner shape of the R. Sometimes you need to replace shapes or resize them in order to get the perfect result, but take your time and practice for better results. The most complicated letters to be built out of shapes are the R, B, and S, especially the S. For the A, use 2 diagonal bars and a horizontal one in the center. First of all, do the first diagonal bar, then use one tool called Mirror on a copy of the diagonal bar made previously. Basically, this tool mirrors every shape you place on the surface. Now the easy ones. I is just a single thin rectangle. You can copy one from the N or R, for example, and just drag it in the position. For the L, use one vertical and one horizontal rectangle. Always group and align letters once they're placed, and keep scale consistent. Keep each letter or number grouped. When copying a shape from one letter to build another, for example using part of N to make an I, move the new shape outside the group to avoid unintentional duplicates, especially if you later copy the entire N. Otherwise, you'll also copy the I by mistake. You're halfway through building your first livery. I'm doing this because the community needs more creative people who design liveries and create scenarios. If this series helps even one person, I'm happy. In the next tutorial, we'll cover the projection tool, so make sure to subscribe for part 3. If you found this helpful, drop a like and leave a comment below. It really helps me out. See you in the next one.